Hey guys, out today at Liberty Country Club out in Liberty, Indiana, one of my favorite places to play. It's actually kind of a nice day, especially for January 4th. It's about 55, 60 degrees so far, not too windy. As you can see, the sun is kind of coming out as well. I'm going to play 9 holes, and my goal today is just to have a good time and hit some good shots. After I did my video, the previous one where I played 18 holes, it's the first time I had actually ever recorded myself playing golf out on the course. I had recorded my swing on the range and stuff, but it's a little humbling to do that, to see what your swing actually looks like when you're under pressure and hitting good shots and then hitting some bad shots. So that was interesting. But yeah, so this one will be same kind of thing. It's kind of nice though to have that video, to see a starting point and then to go forward and see what I'm, how good I can get this year. And, I want to be a scratch golfer or plus handicap. And it's just kind of neat to see that, okay, I've got a long way to go, but the journey is the fun. The fun is in the journey. It's not the destination. So, but we're starting off on this par 4 at Liberty Country Club, and let's go after it. Well, when it's your day, it's your day. I actually kind of lost track of that tee shot. I went over to the trees over here on the right, and then it ended up right in the middle of the fairway. You won't believe this. So, look at that shot. Like I said, when it's your day, it's your day. Sit. Sit. Oh, good shot. All right, that'll work. So I hit a decent shot into the green. Not too bad. I'm still smiling and laughing because golf can be mean and can be very nice. And so far it's been pretty nice. That's like I said, I hit some of these trees probably over in here. I kind of lost track of it. I was like, wonder where the ball is. Looking around. Didn't even think about looking into the fairway. And sure enough, there it was sitting in the fairway. So, but I hit that 9-iron up. We're at, I don't know, probably 15 feet. So got a chance for birdie. Let's do it. Well, I've walked around this putt a bunch of times. It looks pretty straight, so we're gonna go right at it. Okay, well, nice easy tap in par after the super awesome, fortunate bounce off the tree in the fairway. So this hole is normally kind of shortish, par 4. Green can be tough. It's 369. I'm playing from the up tees because that's where they've got, since it's winter, temporary tees. And gonna hit driver. Let's do this. 9 in there. 1879. Yeah, I hit that drive down the left side. Not my best, kind of pulled it. Did miss the trees, although I've got one tree that I'll show you right in front of me that is totally blocking me out from the green, which is over that way. So I'm gonna have to hit something low. Might even just probably have to hit just like a 4-iron of about 136 out. So I'm just gonna kind of hit a 4-iron punch shot under the trees. As you can see, the pin is over there. I hit a pretty good shot. I am pin high, but then I'm way over to the right, which was kind of a safety valve because I didn't want to hit that tree. And then also I completely missed that bunker, which with this short-sighted pin will be pretty tough. So looks like we got a ton of mud on the ball, and I don't think we're gonna lift, clean, and place it today. So I'm gonna hit a I'm going to go ahead and hit a lob wedge because I really need to get it up and down over that bunker. Well, I hit that shot really thin. There's also like, I mean, you've got the worms and stuff out here, so there's those little mud holes and stuff, little mud mountains. And there was mud right behind the ball, and then there was mud obviously on the ball. And so I thinned this one over the green, but not in the bunker. So let's go ahead and chip this one up and see if we can salvage a bogey. Or, I mean, you can always chip it in for par. And that's how you make a double bogey. Very sloppy, wet, and muddy out here. No excuses. Definitely didn't help any. But yeah, so that chip was the second chip. Both the chips were all kind of less than stellar. So, but I did make that putt, which I was worried about. So, all right, par 3. Great thing about par 3s is every par 3 is a new chance for a hole-in-one. So this par 3 says 176, pins in the front. I'm gonna shoot it with a laser and see what the actual yardage is. All right, 167 to the pin. I'm gonna hit a 6-iron. Short. Ended up quite a bit short with that 6-iron. Hit it pretty solid. I don't know, it's just so cold and muddy out here. We've got the ball down here and the hole over there. So we do have a chip at birdie. Should be a pretty straightforward chip. I'm hoping to hit a little better chip than I did on the last hole. Looks like this putt is gonna go a little bit left to right, but I'm gonna play it inside the hole for sure. Push it. Push it, push it, push it. Yeah, push that first putt just a little bit. Well, a bogey, but it's all good. It's called life in golf. One thing I like to do is, so since the hole is right here and the tee box is all the way back there, one thing I like to do is drop my bag up forward, because I usually walk the course. Course management is good when you're playing golf. It's also good when you're walking. So the less you have to carry the bag, the better. So what I'll do is I'll grab my driver. Not that I need it, but grab an extra ball in case for some reason I have a little issue with my tee shot and need to hit a provisional. And then I'll just walk back to the tee and I don't have to carry my bag. So it's just one of those things that when you're walking 18 holes, I'm only playing 9 today, you really want to minimize the stress on your lower back and then just how much you have to carry your bag and just keep your strength up and as much energy as you can as you play. Here's another par 4, kind of short, especially from these tees all the way up. So I'm gonna hit driver. Not the best, but it'll work. Should be in the fairway. So it's hidden just into the rough outside the fairway. Not a super bad lie. Surprisingly, I have mud on the ball. I'm at like 139 out. Gonna hit a 9-iron and see if we get close to this back left pin placement. I think I caught a break here. I missed the green. I'm kind of pin high, but I mean the pin's over here and my ball is back down here, if you can see it, and it's completely embedded in the mud there, so I'll actually get to take relief and be able to clean the ball, which is good because it's completely covered in mud, even though I'm just off the green here. But as you can tell, completely embedded. I wondered because I was watching it and I never saw it bounce. It just was like so it's super muddy out here. So I'm gonna be chipping with an 8-iron. Make my dad proud. My dad always loved to chip with an 8-iron, and for years and years I was like, no, I gotta hit a lob wedge and whatever. And then I finally started playing golf enough, and I was like, wow, 8-iron's a great chip shot, especially when you've got I had about 40 feet on that one. So it was a great chip, chipped up to 2 feet, tapped in for par. Glad to make a par after the last couple holes. This hole is a par 4. It's short, but it's around the corner, and so I normally would lay up with like a 3-wood, but I'm not hitting the ball that far, and then the wind is coming in and it's so cold, it's just not going very far. So I'm gonna hit a driver and try to put a little draw on it around the corner. So I hit one of my better drives, actually with the tees were up, but this is definitely my best position off that tee shot of my life. Hit a really good draw around the corner, shaped it up here. So sort of rough area before, it's kind of a rough area in between fairways, but in the winter, there's not really much rough. So ball here, got the pin up there. It's in the back. We got 65 yards, looks like it's 53 to cover that frontal edge. I mean, it's probably up 5 yards, so if I can hit this, it's so soft. If I can hit this right at 65, that'll be great. And I'm just gonna hit a nice little lob wedge. Yeah, hit that. Caught that little thin. It may have chipped over. Definitely not my best lob wedge. Just having trouble. The grass is so wet. And I know you guys do this too. It's like, so I'm just worried about chunking it. So I've been hitting the ball a little thin on these short shots. So, but I'm over the back. I'm gonna hit chip up with a little gap wedge and see if I can chip this in for birdie, or at least get it close, make a tap in par. Alrighty. So after a very poor lob wedge shot in from 65 yards, and not a very good chip, it ran right past the tripod actually. I did make the putt, which was probably a 10-footer for par. So we're on this par 3. Again, tees are playing up. It's into the wind. Play 155, pins in the middle to the right. And I love par 3s because every par 3, like I always say, every par 3 is a chance for a hole-in-one. So see if we can get close or get a hole-in-one. And I'm gonna hit a 7-iron, little 7. It's into the wind, so it should be good. All right, not too bad. Hit it to the left off the toe a little bit. Well, there's one tree out here by the green, and I hit it left. Did not hit it out of bounds, but I'm behind this tree, and it's just gonna make it pretty difficult, as you see. So the out of bounds line is like here. So I'm definitely in bounds, but the pin back there, and the hole goes away. So I don't wanna hit it down that way. I'm gonna have to hit it to the left and hope I can kind of trickle it down to the hole. So we will see what happens on this kind of tricky shot. Just hit 5,000 steps for the day. Well, one of those holes you just kind of got to take your medicine on. The tee shot put me behind the tree, and there was no point in trying. I mean, there's nothing I could do really. It's right behind the tree. And I hit to my landing area, but the idea was I wanted to land there and bounce onto the green with my chip shot. Caught a little, little chunky. I just didn't catch enough of it. Caught it, stopped at the part where I was trying to hit it to. So anyways, chipped up, good chip, and then that 4-footer went in for bogey. So we'll take bogey. This hole is a par 4. It's not super long. The green's kind of tricky. And the other issue is there's this big, I don't know if you can see it, we'll see it here, but there's these trees on the right. There's trees on the left as well. And then it also goes downhill. And so if you're on the downslope going to the green, it's a tough shot. If you're on the upslope, it's going to be super muddy and a tough shot. And so my idea is to just kind of lay up with a 4 hybrid and lay it down to the bottom area. Hopefully I don't get too much mud down there, and then hit, a wedge into the green. So we'll see how this goes. Well, I'll be interested to see the shot tracer on that shot, because I didn't see that tee shot at all. The sun came out right as I hit it, and I was listening. I'm like, all right, didn't hit any trees. Felt like I hit a good shot. Apparently I pushed it to the right a little bit. Did find it. I've got 106 in, so we got this here and up. But I mean, it is up. It's hard to see in the video, but it is up dramatically. It's probably 20 feet up. Pin in the middle to the right of the screen. To be safe, to make sure I get it up there, 106 I usually hit a gap wedge, but I'm actually going to hit a pitching wedge with the elevation change and see how close we can get. So I'm thinking maybe white pants was not the best play in the mud today. Well, going up the hill, I said 20 feet up. I mean, my gosh, it's probably 40 feet, 50 feet up. I mean, you won't be able to see in the video, but I mean, we're like way down there. You couldn't even see where I was. It's so far down. Like from where I was hitting the ball, I could barely see the top of the pin. So anyways, I went a little long and a little right. Decent shot, just pushed it a little. And then I've got this tricky shot here in, all's up there. So the more I look at this, the more I think the lie's a little sticky. So I'm thinking I need to hit lob wedge and take it onto the green. Although it's back uphill now that I'm looking at it. So let's see, I think I'm gonna go lob wedge and chip it up. Okay, so that was a great chip shot. Very happy with that. The green was actually so wet. I hit it a little farther than I wanted to, but the green was so wet it just stopped and stuck a couple feet away, 1.5 away. Easy par. Glad I took the lob wedge. Again, I was trying not to hit it quite that far, but boy, it just stopped when it hit there. So that worked out nice. Great par. We're looking at a par 5 here. It's over 500 yards, not super crazy long, around the corner. We've got OB on the right, trees and stuff on the left. The fun part is if you hit it too far right, then you'll be by the driving range, so it makes it a little more difficult to find your ball over there. So hitting driver off this, get a good drive out there, and see if we can get close in 2. Snack time. Definitely time to get some good sugar in my life, make it through these next 2 holes. Well, definitely not the best drive of the day. During the backswing, or as I was lining up in my backswing and swinging, I kind of felt like I was going to hit it way right, which would be out of bounds. And so, of course, I overcompensated, pulled it left. You could see, I'm sure that swing looked pretty awful. Hit a tree a little bit, but I'm over here, there. Not bad. I can actually get a backswing without hitting the tree. I'm a ways back though, the trees, and then the way I hit it took a lot of distance off. So I'm probably I don't know, it's probably 280 out. I'm a long way out. So I'm just gonna hit my 4 hybrid and see how close we can get. All right, kind of slipped and I hit that poorly, just a bad shot, hit behind it. Tough lie, tough angle, all that good stuff. I'm 222 out, and I don't know if I can really get there because I've got to go around these trees right here. But I'm gonna hit my 4 hybrid and see if I can kind of cut it a little bit. I'm also considering hitting my 3 wood. Now, because if I hit my 3 wood straight, I'd end up on the road. So I'm gonna definitely hit my 4 hybrid and see if I can kind of cut around the corner and get up close to the green. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. So happy with that. You can see kind of my extreme slice swing, left the club face open. Actually cleared the trees, which, I mean, that's, I don't know, 60-foot high trees. So very happy with that. I knew from 122 out, having to cut it like that into the wind, cold, all this stuff, was not going to get there. Have a decent lie, about 45 yards left, kind of an uphill lie, and then the pin's there. And this green slopes severely from left to right and really comes right at you. So I'm going to have to aim quite a bit left. I'm going to kind of try to come in kind of low and bounce one up there. I haven't walked on this green. I'm not sure how soft it is. It might be pretty soft. I think what I'm going to do is just do a little chippy pitching wedge, and that's because of the uphill lie, and try to hit it about 45, stick it in that hill, and maybe trickle down to the hole and see if we can save a par on this hole. Go, go. Well, came up pretty short on that. I did kick up on the green. I was just trying to make sure, and I don't know if you can see it from this angle or not, but the green is so sloped, and the last thing I wanted to do was go over and past the pin, because then you'd have like a trip. I mean, it's just sloped like this. This is going to be a tough shot anyways, but if you were past, you'd have this tough downhill putt that would be, I mean, it could roll off the front. In the summer, it does that quite a bit. So, but we've got a putt for par. It's probably 15, maybe 20 feet. So let's see what we can do. Well, shoot, that 3-putt double kind of hurts the deal there. That first putt, boy, it's so weird because if I hit it higher, it would have gone straighter, and then I just hit it low and it just trickled down. I mean, my gosh, I don't know. Anyways, tough putt. That second putt, aim for it to break a little bit to the left, which it did, and I just kind of burned it through it. I hit it right at my spot. It just didn't quite break enough, or I hit a little too hard. So, all right, chin up after double. Last hole, number 18, short par 4. Looks like the wind's maybe left or right. I don't think it's helping us. So let's hit a good drive, see if we can finish with a good, either a par or a birdie would be excellent. Always nice to finish with a birdie. So I pushed, hit it solid, good swing-ish, pushed it right. I've cut it a little bit too, and that left to right wind really pushed it quite a bit right over towards the edge of the driving range over here. But I've got an open-ish, I say open-ish, The ball's here. I've got this branch in my way for the first part of my shot. And then there's that tree if it goes a little farther. I'm thinking though, instead of hitting it on the ground, because I think that would be very difficult, is to hit it under this first branch. And then, I don't know, it's hard to see, under the first branch and then past the tree. And even if I'm just a little bit right, I think I'll be okay. I'm gonna hit, well, the yardage, I'm about 60 yards out, but I've got to hit something in between those. So I'm probably gonna hit like a little chippy pitching wedge, so that way I hit it low enough to miss the first branch and then high enough to get past the next branch. Well, I was worried about getting under that first branch a little bit too much, I guess. I kind of closed the club face down and pulled it a little bit, and then I ended up hitting the tree there. One of the branches in the tree ended up short and left, but I've got, I've short-sighted myself a little bit, but as you've seen today, the greens are pretty soft. I'm not sure about this one. I'm actually gonna, since it's the last hole, I'm gonna walk up and see how soft it is. But I'm just gonna hit either, depending on how soft the green is, just a lob wedge, just between, and land it between the pin, like just over that first little hill between there and the pin. See if it gets close. If it's super soft, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go up and check. Then I'm gonna hit a 56 degree, but I'll probably hit in a 60 degree, so. When it's your day, it's your day. Totally sculled that chip. Hit a little thin, and it's the pin. And I've got 3 feet left for par to finish out the day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Straight at it, straight at it. Well, that's a bummer. I think I pushed that last putt just a little bit, let the pressure get to me. It also may have hit a rock. I have to watch for the instant replay on that. But take a bogey on the last hole. Good day. It's dropped probably 15 degrees, so much colder. Sun's going away, a little windy. I'm glad I'm going home. And thanks for checking out this video, guys, here at Liberty Country Club in Liberty, Indiana. Like, subscribe, whatever, pound all the buttons, do all the things. Coach Lemon, guys, cheers. Have a great day.